AITAH for telling my father to get his precious daughter to help whenever he tries to get me to do something for him. My relationship with my dad has been broken for a long time. We were close after my mom died until things got really serious with his wife. I, male 17, was 4 when my mom died, and 8 when my dad moved his wife and her daughter, female 14 now, but female 5 back then, into our house, and that was the turning point. My dad told me we needed to work on being a family, and that doing stuff just us two was going to take a backseat. I got upset, and he told me it would not go away, but that I needed to give them a chance to be our family too. Maybe he intended to keep some time for the two of us, but he never said fucking no to his wife or her daughter, who he calls his daughter and she calls him her dad. She always wanted to be included, and he always said yes. When I said no, he would tell me he was disappointed in me. He shipped me off to therapy because I grew resentful of the changes. He brought in a family therapist when I did not get close to his wife or her daughter, and when I did not want to take part in their wedding. They wanted me to dance with her daughter at the wedding, and I never did it, and it was a big fight that lasted even after the wedding. Her daughter was upset. I did not want to dance with her. He really disliked her because he tried so hard to get her to let me have time with dad, and she never would. She told me she did not want to be left out. I even tried to bribe her, but the more she refused, the angrier I got with her. After a while, I would not spend any time with her unless dad or his wife dragged us someplace together. It made her feel left out, but I never cared. My dad and his wife had talks with me about it, but I was mad, and I explained why he was mad, but they told me it was selfish to hog dad to myself. My dad's wife told me I could be more like her daughter and accept having a mom too, so we both have a mom and a dad, and I told her she was not my real mom and I did not even like her. My dad punished me, and he told me to stop being a brat and to start behaving the way he was raising me to behave. He told me I did not get to call the shots. I told him he picked his not real kid's feelings over his real kid's feelings, and that made him mad, and he told me we were both his kids, and she was his daughter as much as I was his son. He told me she was my sister now, and needed me to love her, and I told him I never would. The other thing was a lot of plans dad would make with me because I asked for change to stuff his wife's daughter wanted to do. Even if stuff was planned ahead, if she no longer wanted to do it, he would change it to be what she liked, and I resented that too. Eventually, because of all the fights and me hating the stuff she chose and being resentful and not wanting to spend time with them, unless I was forced, I did not go. And I spent less time with them and more time at my maternal grandparents' and my maternal uncle's houses. Eventually, my dad and his wife had a baby together, and my dad thought we would all come closer together, but I did not care about the kid. He might be my half-brother, but honestly, I do not feel anything like that. I'd not play with him or offer to babysit, and I'd not agree to babysit. My dad has asked more and more for the babysitting type stuff, and for me to help do stuff around the house, and for like a year now, I have been telling him to ask his precious daughter instead. It became a routine thing. Friday night, when we argued because I would not babysit so he and his wife could go to a wedding yesterday, and I told him I did not care if her daughter was not old enough to babysit all day, because I owe him nothing. He told me I should be less resentful and bitter, and should try being part of the family and stop taking digs at his wife's daughter. He tried to punish me, but I told him I was going to work regardless, and I did not care if I was punished the rest of the time. He asked what happened to me, and why did I become so hateful. I told him he could look back on all his decisions since he moved in with his wife to figure that out. He tried to talk to me last night after the wedding, and it led to a fight with me and his wife, because she told me I needed to stop taking my issues out on everyone, and how calling her daughter his precious daughter when I tell him to ask her to do something is so condescending and hurtful to her daughter. AITAH.